Hey guys, today we are back in the wood shop and I want to show you a couple books that I received for Christmas, as well as a couple knives and such that I received. I'm not going to show all the books, but I did receive 9 books from my husband, ranging from chip carving and decoys and techniques. And I just wanted to show them to you and maybe let you know the authors, and if you want to buy them, I'm sure you can find them on Amazon. Some of them are from Fox Publishing, which is a really big company, and these books are almost new. Like it looks like they haven't even been, opened. But I have been, reading them at night and stuff like that. So let's begin. So here's the covers of all of the books. The decoy book and chip carving, birds, and other books. And then here's the tools that I received. I am not sure what this is. Does anybody know? I know it's flex cut, but if you know what this is, please can you leave a comment in the description below? It almost looks like this is a tool that you put inside of a blade or something. Like it's a handle to something. It's not an actual blade, but anyway, if you can let me know, that would be great. And then a Parker knife. It is very dull. I tried to see how dull it is, and it's really dull. So I'll be sharpening that. And then this tool, I have no clue what this is. Somebody said it's probably a homemade tool. Like somebody unscrewed this somehow, maybe, and just put something in it, or maybe it was a tool to something else and they just cut it. And then somebody said a spoon carver, but it is not a spoon carver. And if it is, oh my goodness, it's so dull. I tried. And then the last one is a chip carving knife. It's also very dull. I just wanted to see how dull it was, so I took a piece of poplar and tried, and wow, it is really dull. So I will be playing around with those to see what I can do, at least with this and with this. I have actually never even attempted chip carving. I do have 2 chip carving knives. I guess the cheapy kind that my son gave me. So I have, I guess you can say, a starter kit, but anyway. Okay, so for the first carving book, sorry about my angle if it's a little bit off. I don't have any fancy equipment or anything like that, so I have to make my own. This one is called The Complete Book of Woodcarving. It is by Everett Ellenwood, and this is, let's see, this is from Fox Chapel Publishing. Hope you can see that. And I really like them. I get emails from them from time to time on new stuff, new books, and they're very good. There's a comfort bird. That's something that I really want to learn how to carve one day. But anyway, so let's see. So this is a book that gives you information on what wood to carve and ideas and things like that. I like this. It has a list of different kinds of woods that are good to carve. Basswood is one of the first ones that wood carvers use. And then I use basswood and then birch I tried walnut and it was hard and splintery, and I don't have any of the other ones, but anyway. So then carving accessories, safety, which is really good to have. Well, you have to have safety. I want to do a safety video soon. But the different kinds of ways to hold the tools. And there's no wrong way. Well, there isn't wrong way, you know. And you'll find out, I guess. But there's different ways of holding your tools. And the different palm gouges. I have these. I really like the flex cut tools. You know, I mean, they are a beginner set, so I'm trying to save up for these. I believe these are the Feel chisels and gouges, and the tools and the set that I want, I'm just saving up for. So one day, anyway. So this is a really good book. I wish my angle was better. And it talks about the mallets and, you know, different hand tools. But so anyway, I like this book because it has different ideas and of cutouts or roughouts, I'm sorry, and chip carving and things like that. And you can even, you know, if you wanted to carve this, you can put some, I can't think of the word, graphite paper or carbon paper and trace it onto some wood. Talks about painting. But this is a good book, the complete book of wood carving. Next up is Chip Carving Techniques and Patterns, and this is by Wayne Barton. Like I said earlier, I have never chip carved before, so this is a new thing. This book was published in 1984. I was 13 years old. So anyway, so I like this book specifically because it has, well, it has examples, of course, but that's not why I like it. The reason why I like it is, oh, look at this. Now my other hobby is calligraphy. So anytime I see any kind of letters or writing on wood, it just, I just love it. I want to do stuff like this eventually. And then look at that. That is beautiful. And this too, oh my goodness. This is awesome. So it shows you how to, like, what it's supposed to look like, and then what he did. And that is just gorgeous. Look at that bee. And then here's my favorite letter form, Old English. Look at that. That's really neat. I actually know how to write like this. I use pen and ink and do all kinds of calligraphy. So I'm going to be using this book a lot. So this is really neat. But that's even not why I was looking at this book. The reason why is because he gives all kinds of templates that you can, you know, copy onto carbon paper and then do them. Let me see. And then he shows you how to do it step by step. And he talks about math, which Math is not my favorite subject, but basically, you know, he talks about the angles and how many triangles and things like that. That's just neat. But anyway, so that's this book that I'll be reading about chip carving. Next up is the Encyclopedia of Wood Carving Techniques. This book is by Anthony Denning. So, and it was published, I guess it doesn't matter exactly when it was published. 1994. Huh? Let's see, I was 24? No, 23? Anyway, so this book has all kinds of stuff, and it's really neat. Anything from masks to abstract and things like that. I love the color of these woods. And let's see what else. From choosing the wood and equipment, you know, the different chisels, and he talks about what a flute tony is. Do you know what a flute tony is? That's a weird word. And a macaroni? Macaroni? No, it's not the kind you put with macaroni and cheese. But anyway, macaronis, fluteronis, and baccaronis. Have a laugh, okay? And then different hand tools. I only literally have, well, I have that, and I have one of the coping saw, and then of course everybody has should have a measuring tape and rulers, and then my husband has a lot of these planes, and then I think he has one of these from the early 1900s, so that's kind of neat. But anyway, isn't that beautiful? I just love that. That's really neat. The reason why I like this book is because he gives ideas of how to do it. And he talks about enlarging the item. Next up is Wood Carving Tools, Materials, and Equipment. It's volume 1. I do have volume 2 somewhere. I think it might be in the house. But this is from, the author is Chris Pye, P-Y-E. And this is a really good book. You could probably read this for literal days. I mean, if you just read every single thing. But it talks about the shapes of the tools and the numbers. That's really good. Like the gouges, the measurements of the gouge. And the anatomy of the gouge or chisel. Yeah, gouge. Different kinds of blades. And what else? I can't wait till I get my chisels. I'm saving up, like I said earlier, and one day I'll have them. There's no rush. And if I don't get them, it's okay. Talks about sharpening methods and how to sharpen your tools, which that's like I want to say maybe the second thing you need to learn about wood carving. The first thing is safety, of course. But, yeah, so, let's see, what else? It's got a lot. It's got like 3 or 4 chapters on just sharpening alone. That's really good. And how to do it. I like books with a lot of pictures because I'm a picture or a visual learner. I like to watch videos and look at pictures. So it even shows you the way to do the gouge, to sharpen the gouge. So, but anyway, it does talk a little bit about electrical grinders, like to sharpen your tools, and also talks about planes and things like that. Let's see, yeah, plane iron. We have some planes somewhere, and I'll maybe do a video on those. We have about, I don't know, about 20 planes. Wow, that half the book is sharpening your tools. Huh? That's neat, because that's you can't work with a dull tool. I mean, it's just, you might as well just go in the kitchen and grab a butter knife. Although butter knives can be sharp, because you can ask my husband. Once he really wanted some hot dogs one night, and around 10 o'clock at night, and he said, I'm going to eat me some hot dogs. And I said, okay. So he grabbed the hot dogs, and without defrosting them, he used a butter knife, but he just wanted to get one apart. And what happened was that butter knife had a little part on it in the top it was serrated. Well, guess what? We had to go to the ER, and at 11:30 at night, and he had to have his finger glued. But anyway, that's this one. So I hope you liked the video. It's kind of a weird off-topic video. Well, not really, but I received the books. I love them. Thank you, hubby, Michael. Just, you can find cheap books either at the library. You can read them and copy the templates, or there's all kinds of templates online, but it's just something about having a book in your hand and saying somebody took the time to write this book, and it's just neat. Somebody had an idea and they had to put it down, and I just like that, because with things going on in the world, you never know, you might be stuck without electricity one day or something, and you're like, man, I need something to do, and you have your books. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Stay safe out there, and keep on carving.